Most people talk about changing their life like it's some distant dream. You know, one day when things calm down, one day when I have more time, one day when I feel more ready, one day when everything kind of aligns perfectly. But here is the truth. One day is killing your potential. If you keep living like the old you, you'll keep getting your old life, plain and simple. If you want things to change in your life, you have to change things in your life. But if you're crazy enough to flip that switch inside of your head right now, today, don't wait any longer. You cut the excuses, you upgrade your identity, and you stack unstoppable action every single day. The life that you've been dreaming about, the life that maybe you've been fantasizing about can become so real, so fast, it almost feels illegal. Now, not overnight, you're not gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be completely different, but not with magic either, but with a system. So real, so simple that it will make you look like you have had something else that's happened in your life. People will go, what's going on? It will almost feel illegal. Most people won't have the guts to follow this. Most men, they will go, nah, it's too much, I'm not gonna do this. But if you do this, it's 6 months, it's only 6 months, you can become unrecognizable. So let's break that down step by step, action by action, and so you can go out there and you can crush it and be completely different in just 6 months' time. Hey, it's Brendan. Welcome to the video. Now, in this video, I'm going to take you through a few steps, like this step by step, that when you do this, you can literally become someone different. So quick, so fast. It's crazy to think how much things can change. You know, I always say to people, it's like, imagine if you were able to wake up in 6 months' time or 12 months' time in the best shape of your life, that you're living the version of yourself that you want to do and want to be. If you could live one day how you are now and the next day how that future version of you would be, you would never go back, because you would realize how good life is, how good you feel, how good you look, how good you sound, and you would go, that's chalk and cheese. But most people, they don't see that because it's so far away, because they're here and then it's small little steps to get to this point. And so it's hard to compare how you look, how you feel, and what's going on in your life here compared to here. But if you could do that and shorten that time frame, you will never go back. And that's the thing. I want you to try to understand, to go as fast and as quick as you can and just knuckle down. Hey, it's Brendan. Quick interruption to your regularly scheduled video. I want to let you know of an opportunity that you have to go even deeper into this work together. Now, if you have not yet, please check out the description down below. And in there, we've got links to both Launch, our 3-day event, and also Ascend, our high performance mastermind. Now, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and it's the most ruthlessly effective event to change your brain, for you to become more aware of the subconscious programs and beliefs that have been holding you back, and to teach you the tools, the techniques, and the processes to dramatically transform those programs and those beliefs and literally rewire your brain. Again, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and we run them 5 times a year. We also have Ascend, which is our 12-month high-performing mastermind for men who are committed to their growth and who want to totally recreate themselves. I literally want to send you a new birth certificate in 12 months' time because you've grown that much. So if you're a man and you want to go fast, you want to go big, and you understand that you don't want to put off living life at your potential, and you don't want to hold on to any unnecessary stress, anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, or suffering, and you want to be liberated from those habits of thinking and live life to the fullest. So check out the links in the description, take a look at the program information and the amazing success stories from the men just like you who have gone through some of their programs, and I'll see you on the other side. And now, let's get back to the video. Sacrifice for 6 months, that's all, 6 months, like it's only 6 months. People go, oh, you know, it's a long time. No, it's not. What a long time is being a slave for the rest of your life. Not prioritizing your life. Not getting in clear detail of what you want in your life. Because if you don't design your life, someone else will. If you don't have the courage to live and be true to who you are, you will have someone else tell you who to be and how to live. You've got to have the courage to step into it. So the first step, number one, get clear. What do you actually want? It's important to be super specific here. The income level that you want, the body and the health and the relationships that you want, the environment that you want. Vague goals equal a vague life. If you go, I just want to head over here, that's where you're going to go. But if you're like, I want to head over there and I want to have this, and this, and I want to be able to do this, this is who I'm going to be, this is what I'm going to have, this is what I'm going to do, you will get very, very clear and you'll have such a good understanding. Write it down every single day. See it, speak it. You become what you think about most of the time. That's Earl Nightingale's strangest secret. He spoke about it. You become what you think about. What you hold in mind tends to manifest in reality. Now, if you're worrying, that's what you'll manifest in reality. I always say that worrying is negative goal setting. So we don't want to worry. We want to think about what we actually want to create. So every day, 3 times a day, read it, write it. If you want to rewrite it, read it, write it, look at it. Create images in your mind of what it is that you want. Speak it into reality, because it's not going to make it into reality if you can't see it and speak it and be it here. Everything's created twice in this world. First in the mind, and then in reality. You know, think about a building. A building isn't just pop up one day. Like, a building has a plan. Someone sees, like, goes, wonder what this building is going to look like, how it's going to go fit together. And then they have it in their mind, and then they draw it on the plans. And then the plans then get turned into reality, to physical form. But it all started here first. And so if we use that analogy in our life, do you even have a plan? Or have you even created it in your mind? No. Well, you won't be able to create anything if you can't see it in your mind first. And this is why when people say, I need to see it before I believe it, they will never see it, because you've got to believe it for you to see it. You can't see it before you would believe it, because then you would never see it. Belief comes first, then what you see flows on from those beliefs, not the opposite way around. So if you can't define it, you can't build it. You can't define the life that you want, you can't build it. So start there. Get super, super clear on what you want. Write down every single area of your life, depending on what model that you want to use, whether it's 7 areas, whether it's 8 areas, 12 areas of life. There's all these different models. But just find all of the different areas in your life. How do you want your life to look in 5 years, 10 years? Get super clear. As I mentioned, if you don't get clear, if you don't design your life, someone else will design it for you. The second step is to make progress, small wins daily. So first you get clear on where you want to be, who you want to be, what you want to have. Now we just take small wins, small steps, make progress. If you're not going forward, you're going backwards. If you're not doing anything, you're not just staying in the same spot, you're going backwards. I speak with men all the time and I'm like, where will you be in 12 months time if you don't change these things, if you don't get these issues and challenges fixed? They say, oh, probably in the same spot. I'm like, no, you'll be older. You will be, like 12 months makes a massive difference. You know, you probably go downhill in different areas. We got to understand this. We got to understand that there's no better time than now. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for times that it's just going to be like, oh, it'll happen one day, or it will somehow work out, or that, you know, I'll do it when I feel like it. No. Discipline. Bring discipline in and stack those small wins, the little micro wins, and focus on them. What you focus on expands. You want to try and make the rules so you win those, you make lots of wins and you win those little things that you're doing, all the little tasks and actions. If you know that you want to make some phone calls, just go, right, my target is I'm going to make 5 phone calls and I'm going to celebrate that. That's my win. I dare say that if you make 5, you'll probably go, I'll make a few more. And then make a few more, make a few more. You'll get way past that, but then you've already succeeded. And then you feel good. And then you go, right, I've done 5, the next day, maybe I'm going to do 10. And you slowly increase those wins depending on your capacity. Focus on wins, you get more wins. If you focus on losses, you get more losses. It's just the simple rules of the universe. It's not my rules, I'm just the messenger. Get 1% better every single day. Spaced repetition. 1% better every single day beats a big breakthrough one day. You know, in our programs, we've got our 3-day event, and we've also got Ascend. Now the 3-day event is a massive breakthrough. It's massive. But I also see the power in doing that massive breakthrough. And then also our 12-month program, we're just stacking the wins every single day, every single week, stacking the wins on top of each other. That's where true growth occurs. You can go through and have massive breakthroughs. But if you really want to change and really want to get to the level that you want, stack those wins and then come back and have a big breakthrough and keep stacking those wins and focus on the wins, and the wins will expand. Grab your highest priority tasks. Most people spend most of their time doing useless shit, to be blunt. Find the things that make your biggest needle, the biggest needle movers. Find those things, make it happen. Do those things. Because there's an 80-20 rule. 20% of your tasks, the things that you do, give you 80% of the results. 80% of your tasks give you 20% of the results. And so you can kind of change that a little bit to hack it in your way, but you've got to find the 20% of the tasks that makes the biggest difference. And most of the time, those 20% of the tasks are the tasks and the things that you have been avoiding. Most times, people's success, or the success they desire, is in doing the things that in the work that they have been avoiding, that they don't want to do. I learned this the hard way. I knew that to grow my business, the best thing for me to do was to make outbound phone calls. That's the quickest and easiest and best way, with everything that I know, to call the leads that have come through. And so there was a long time where I put that off and the growth was stagnant. But instantly when I started it, I started getting better, my communication started getting better, and the business started growing. And it's simply by doing the work that I was avoiding. So maybe you're avoiding making those contacts. Maybe you're avoiding doing the hard things, getting up early, going to the gym, doing that ice bath that you keep saying that you're going to. So prioritize. What are the highest tasks that you can do today that's going to drive the needle the most? And track your progress. You can't measure what you don't track. You know, if it's weekly income, monthly income, track that. Track your output. How many dials are you making? How many emails are you sending? How many charts are you tracking? Whatever the thing is, your avenue, whatever you want to do, you can track it in some way. Numbers can be tracked. If it's not numbers, it's very hard to track. So somehow make it into numbers. You can track your effort. Review every day. How did I rate my effort today? Right, 7. Cool. There. The next day, how did I rate my effort today? It was a 3. Cool, 3. So you're tracking your effort. Whatever you can track, put it in a numbers form so you can track it. Track your progress daily. Keep it on top of your mind. Remember, what you focus on expands. You literally can move things up with your mind by focusing on it. I heard a story once of a guy who was saying that he had all of these graphs and he wanted to get his business income from here to here. And there would be so many times when people would call him and he'd just be sitting there and they'd be like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm just moving these lines up with my mind, moving the graph up with my mind." And literally it wasn't very long before that happened. And it kind of sounds so counterintuitive because it's like we've got to actually do something. But the more time you can spend focusing on that, what you focus on expands. Don't worry about the how, that will happen. So celebrate the wins, celebrate the small momentums. Momentum breeds success. Success breeds better actions. Actions then lead to better habits. Those habits lead to more success. The success then creates more confidence, and that confidence then leads to better actions, and it keeps going around in that cycle. So the more little successes, the little wins that you can have, the better your results are going to be, and it's going to start compounding quicker. Consistency is what makes impossible transformations look instant. Hey, it's Brendan. Quick interruption to your regularly scheduled video. I want to let you know of an opportunity that you have to go even deeper into this work together. Now, if you have not yet, please check out the description down below. And in there, we've got links to both Launch, our 3-day event, and also Ascend, our high performance mastermind. Now, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and it's the most ruthlessly effective event to change your brain, for you to become more aware of the subconscious programs and beliefs that have been holding you back, and to teach you the tools, the techniques, and the processes to dramatically transform those programs and those beliefs and literally rewire your brain. Again, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and we run them 5 times a year. We also have Ascend, which is our 12-month high-performing mastermind for men who are committed to their growth and who want to totally recreate themselves. I literally want to send you a new birth certificate in 12 months' time because you've grown that much. So if you're a man and you want to go fast, you want to go big, and you understand that you don't want to put off living life at your potential, and you don't want to hold on to any unnecessary stress, anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, or suffering, and you want to be liberated from those habits of thinking and live life to the fullest. So check out the links in the description, take a look at the program information and the amazing success stories from the men just like you who have gone through some of their programs, and I'll see you on the other side. And now, let's get back to the video. Keep consistent. You know, going to the gym, working out, you don't go one day and go, oh, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow being ripped and being the size of a house. It doesn't happen like that. You've got to stay consistent. And it's the same in getting from A to B to where you want to be. You know, if you're going on a long drive, you don't go, right, I'm going to try and like drive for 12 hours today, and then the next day you go, oh, I won't do anything, and you know, the next day, and then just 12 hours once a week you'll end up doing. You're not going to get very far. But if you go every single day, right, I'm going to just drive for, 4 hours each day, every single day. I don't know how long you would get, but I can tell you now that adds up to a lot more than 12 hours a week. And you're just doing little bits every single day. That's the same amount of progress that we want. Just stack those wins every single day. So once you've got the 2, you've got clear on where you're going, you're starting to make progress. That's the first step. It's like we want to get clear where we're going, then we want to start taking action towards that. Now, we want to focus on who you must become. Ask yourself, what would the man who has this thing, the thing that you want, what would he do daily? What I like to do is to write down what you currently do today in detail. In detail that you describe it, like what's your relationship like? What's your health like? What is it like on a daily basis for you? Then get clear on the future version of you and give that version of you a name. And then give the current version of you a name. This one could be, for me, it could be like King Brendan or $100 million Brendan or whatever the name I would give it. And it could be this one, it could be average, it could be stressed out, could be overthinking, overwhelmed, whatever the name label that you want to give them. And so every single day not just every single day, but at every moment you have a decision. Am I going to be this future version of me? Am I going to be the King Brendan? Or am I going to be stressed out Brendan? You literally get to choose. And if you don't know what that version of you looks like, then you have to get clear on that first. Chase the man that you want to become. And then everything that you want will flow into that. Be, do, have. You've probably heard me talk about this before. You have to be plus do to have. So to have that life that you want, you have to be and do what is capable and be the person capable of having those things first. And then through universal law, it will come to you. So once you get clear on who it is that you want and who you must become, you've got to reverse engineer those habits. Reverse engineer the standards. Reverse engineer the environment that you're in, who you hang around with. That will give you some action steps. And drop everything that doesn't fit this new version of you. Drop it now. Just start now. You don't need it. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. So what you are right now is what you're getting. So if you want something different, you have to be someone different. It's plain and simple. I used to always think that, I wanted to have this life over here. And I was doing all these things. This was before I started into this work. But I realized that the more I focused on that, the worse I felt, the more I lived in this delusional reality that that's what my life should be like, and this is what my life was like, and I was comparing this false illusion to what my current life was. And I don't know about you, but if you're constantly going, my life is like this, but I should be up there, you're gonna be quite sad every single day. And I was. And some people might call that depressed. But it's just an imbalance, illusion of what we think we should be doing and who we should be that creates this depression. So then I had to kind of weigh that down a little bit. And then I realized that what it is that I really actually needed, I just needed to focus on me and become the person capable of having the things that I wanted. And through universal law, it will come to me, and that's exactly what happened. If you want a new identity, you've got to change things in your life. Your old identity equals your old life or your current life. The fastest way to change is to stop acting like the old you. Is to stop acting like the current version of you and start acting like the future version of you. Decide who you are now. You already are this person. We know in quantum physics that the past, the present, and the future all exist in one because there's no space and time. And I know that sometimes we can think that sounds, our logical brain, it's too much for that. And I get that, but it's proven through quantum physics. It's not theory, it's science. So that means that in no time and no space, you already are that version of you. It just takes time for you to realize that that's who you are and to believe that's who you are. The quickest way is to get super clear on your future traits, your future self, the details. Now, if you leave details out, the details that you leave out are the details that someone else will fill in for you. If you do not get clear on what you want, who you want to become, then the things that you aren't fully clear on, someone else's values will pop into that, and they will then give you the details that you're missing. And that will mean that you don't get to choose. You don't get to design your life. If you don't change who you are, nothing changes what you do. So change first. That also is diving into the unconscious mind and finding out the beliefs, the emotions, the stories, the programs, the conditioning, the childhood trauma, if there is any. All of the stuff that's been holding us back, the self-sabotaging patterns. Diving into those things, reprogramming your mind, rewiring your mind for success and to be this future version of you. So you must get clear. Now, once you got clear on where you want to go, you're making progress every single day, you're clear on who you must become, that leads me on to step number 4. And step number 4 is go war mode. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, eliminate all the distractions. Go to war with this future version of you. Cut all the noise out. Lock in. Just get the blinders on. Get in the zone. Eliminate all the distractions. Just sacrifice for 6 months. People don't understand this, and it blows my mind that people will not sacrifice 6 months, 5 years of their life. And I don't mean sacrifice in do nothing. You can still have fun because you're working on your purpose. You're working on what's really true for you to create freedom. But they're not prepared to do that to be free for the rest of their life. They'd rather be a slave for the rest of their life rather than be free after just sacrificing a few short years of their life, or even 6 months. Sometimes it doesn't take that long. So it means that if you really want to change your life quickly, this is a quiet season for you. You're less social, you're saying no to more things, you're building more things for yourself of your life, your body, your mind, your business, everything in life. Focus like your life depends on it. Do you know why? Because it does. Your life depends on you focusing on your life. What you focus on expands. If you want a great life, focus on having a great life and doing all the things that you need to do to have that great life. It's simple. It's a simple game. Most people are just not willing to do it. Most people are not willing to put in the work, and most people don't have a belief system that backs it up. And so as I mentioned on the previous one, you've got to upgrade your belief system inside who you must become. And that means that you've got to go to war on that too. You've already worked out who you've got to become. So when you go to war, and in war mode, you are going to war on the old you. And you're working through all the beliefs and the belief systems, not only on all the things you need to do externally, but also within yourself. When we talk about stacking those small little wins, I'm not talking about just doing the things externally, but also talking about the things that are helping you internally. Most people are too casual. Most people think that they have way too much time. And that's why most people never change. And that's why most people don't get the life that they want. And that's why society is only as good as the weakest link. And that's not where you want to be. There's so much average in this world. It's so great. It's so easy to become great. So easy. You just have to sacrifice for a little bit of time. And once you sacrifice, then it's about number 5, committing. Burn the boats. You've heard it before. If you've got an option, you will probably regress. You've got to burn the boats. Most people have so many options. They have all these options, but they look at all these options and they don't take action on those options, hoping that another option will be better that will just magically float by, and they end up doing nothing. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. If you go half in, you only have half results. It's plain and simple. Fully commit. Remove plan B. The reason why I am where I am is because I burnt the bridges. I burnt the boats. I went from construction straight into this. I didn't know how I was going to make it work, and it was tough for the first 8 months. I didn't make much money. There was times when I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do for food this week. But I wouldn't change it for a thing. If I waited till I was ready, I probably wouldn't have even started. I probably wouldn't have taken the leap. I'd probably still be working in construction. Think about all the lives that wouldn't have not have changed if I didn't do that. So I want you to think about all the lives that you're going to change by being different, by committing to changing and becoming better, because you will change lives directly or indirectly. That is rather selfish. So by you not being your best version, by the best future self, you're actually being selfish to your family, to all the lives that you would change. I don't say that to have a go at you. I say it more to wake you up. Most people just need to be awakened to a higher truth. And as I say, sometimes the truth will piss you off. So if that annoyed you, you're welcome. That's why I'm here for. So remove any plan B. Tell the people around you as well. Tell them around you, being like, I'm committing to this. This is what I'm doing. Please respect that. Don't invite me here. Don't do this. I'm gonna shut off for a little bit. Raise the stakes, raise the standards. If you cheat on your goals, you can't expect loyalty in return. It just doesn't happen. If you're loyal to your goals, you can expect loyalty in return. So once you're burnt the boats, the next step is number 6, learn and embrace the chaos that comes with learning. You've got to learn more to realize that you don't know so much more, and then you learn more and you realize you don't know so much more. And it kind of can feel chaotic. There's times when I've started learning all these different things, all these different modalities, and I get to a point sometimes where I'm like, man, what's the point? Or I start doubting, because doubt grows with knowledge. The more knowledge that you have, the more you realize you don't know, and that form of not knowing is a form of doubt. But you've just got to keep going, right, cool, this is just showing me more stuff that I don't know. Growth lives in the unknown. Growth lives on the border of support and challenge. Growth lives on the border of comfort and discomfort. Growth lives on the border of the known and the unknown. So learn fast and fail faster. The best way to learn is to fail. Most people don't learn from wins, they learn from fails. So the more that you fail, the more that you actually win. When did you ever think that? Did you ever think that if you fail more, you win more? Imagine if the teacher told you that. The more that you fail, the more you win. you might start failing more. And it means that you're actually doing something. I say if you're not failing in life, you're not trying hard enough. You know, you won't ever feel ready. You've just got to take imperfect action, make it happen, figure it out along the way. You'll always will. It'll probably feel messy at the start, and that's exactly right. If you wait till it's 100% ready, you're like, yep, I'm ready now, it probably won't happen. Think about chaos as being the training ground for your new true self, the new power that you have. So if you're experiencing chaos, good. You're in training for the new best version of you. And number 7, you've got to build. Build your mind, build your body, and build your business. We want to upgrade all of these 3 pillars here. Your mind, upgrade your mindset, you know, with rituals, with meditations, with exercises, breathing, breath work. Remove the limiting beliefs, the processes, questioning your thoughts, journaling, all those things, all the good things. Make sure that you commit every single day to doing something. Your body, train your body daily, move your body, get in the best shape of your life. The best way to change your mind is to tame the body. Energy equals execution. The more energy you have, the better the results that you have. The more you exercise, the more energy you will have. It's a simple game. Move your body. If you don't use it, you will lose it. It's the only place you get to live. Imagine if I gave you a car and I said, this is the only car that you're going to have for the rest of your life. You will not get another one. How do you think you would look after that car? You'd probably give it the good fuel. You'd make sure it's serviced all the time. You would look after it. You would make sure it's running enough, not running too much. You would make sure and look after it because you're not getting another one after that one's gone. So what if I told you that that's the same as your body? You're only getting this one body. So why do we not treat it like that? Treat your body better. Care what you put into it. Lastly, business or career or the side hustle or whatever it is that you're working towards. Learn the skills. Learn more skills to help you with that. Create value that the marketplace will then reward back to you. Push the income up. Graph your income. Track your income. Going back a little bit, you can't measure what you don't track. Track your income. Slowly view it and push it up with your mind. Build the machine that runs without motivation. Build discipline, which then becomes habit, and you don't need as much discipline because a habit takes over. Every single morning, I have my set of things that I do. I get up, I jump in the cold exposure, which takes a bit of discipline. It's a habit, but it does take a bit of discipline, especially at the moment it's super cold. But then after that, I then do my affirmations. I jump on the rebounder for 5 minutes. I do my morning creator process. I then hit the gym and work out. I may read in between there, or I'll read afterwards. And it's all just habit. Like I just do that. It's just like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. Because I've had the discipline to do it first, and now it's just habit and it just flows. Now, I don't just switch off and go autopilot through it, but I just know that I just keep doing it. And this is because it's on autopilot. I don't need motivation. It's just a habit. I've built the machine, the internal processes, and the external world to help me push through that. So build your mind, build your body, build your business. And that leads me on to the last step here. Expose yourself to massive experience. What do I mean by this? Travel, network, go to events, go to masterminds. Compress decades into months. It's literally that possible. Put yourself in good environments. Putting yourself in good environments hacks your identity. The environment that you're in can literally change your brain. Going to events can literally change your brain. It can change how you think and how you feel. The best part is decisions are made at events. You can make a decision, right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this happen. You may see and hear about some success stories and you go, that's me, I wanna be that person. I wanna walk across the stage. I wanna make that happen. It's possible, I can do it. And those are the things that are changing your brain because you're making all of those decisions. You're seeing it's possible. You're being able to see more. You're being able to do more. You're being able to learn more in those environments. And you'll put yourself in those situations and you'll find people who are more driven than potentially your current circle right now. So put yourself in rooms where the old self, your old self, can't survive. Put yourself in rooms that challenge you. Put yourself in rooms where you are the smallest person, the smallest player. Not saying you're better or worse, just saying that you want to be a small fish, because then you have so much growth. Have you ever noticed, like sometimes there could be an average, sports player playing in a really good team. Well, just through playing in that really good team, they're going to grow so much because they're lifting it to a higher standard. That's the same in your life. So put yourself in those rooms, find those rooms, push yourself, expose yourself, kind of like exposure therapy. Put yourself in those situations, meet people like that, go to dinner where the wealthy hang out, whatever it is. Put yourself in bigger rooms, put yourself in rooms where that old current version of you would never survive in there. So changing your life isn't magic. It's a decision that you get to make every single day. Who am I going to be today? Am I going to be my best future self, or am I going to be my current self? Switch that switch to become the true version of you. Burn the old script, burn the old story. Any justification that you have of why you haven't achieved that or why you're stuck in this situation, eradicate that justification, because it's an excuse. And excuses only sound best to the person that's making them up. Excuses are a disease of the mind called excuse-itis. You don't want to have that disease. You want to stack the wins. You want to become someone that you've never thought possible. And it's going through these 8 steps. If you didn't get them down, go back through them. Burn the old script, burn the old story. 6 months from now, you'll look back and you'll go, wow, I've come so far. And it will feel illegal how far you've changed and how far you've come. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your biggest takeaway, biggest insight. I want to see in 6 months' time how much you've changed. Commit to doing these. When you do the work works. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. You made it to the end of the video. You are the true top 1%. Now, don't forget to like and comment below what you got, your biggest takeaway was. I love hearing that. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like, the biggest insight, realization. I read them all and I like seeing what you got from this. Now, if you'd also like to grab my copy of my free ebook, 4 Rules Any Man Can Follow to Radically Transform His Life, click on the link down below in the description in this video. And if you love this video, you can check out some of the other videos on here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.